Alright, I'm bringing y'all game 3, or match number 3 from round 1 of the tournament. In the back we have Phaedron playing... I don't know, these are all generic cards, so I don't know what he's playing yet. And then over there we have JFX playing Odion, aka Temple of the Kings, Man with the Mark, all that stuff. The idea of that one is you basically get out Man with the Mark and kind of sit behind it until you can amass card advantage and make some sort of push with the circuit fusion monster, and you sit behind a lot of backer. That's like the general idea. Okay, Phaedron's playing Goat Control because we see the Graceful Charity, which only Goat Control has, and only at 1 copy. So we're going to see a Cyber Dragon into a Tour Guide play, probably going for a Grand Pulse to deal with some of the back row. Oh, nope, we're just going to swing first, get that 2000 damage in. Not afraid of Mirror Force whatsoever. And Sangan is going to give us a search for another Tour Guide. Setting the Mirror Force and passing. Holding that Graceful until we know exactly what we need. You see MST, pop the Mirror Force, Apophis. Put in some 1600 attack power. Not the best, but it kills the Tour Guide at least. Warrior Lady is going to come down. This is a very good counter to Man with the Mark. And of course it is generic, so everyone can play it if they want to. Brain Control also is going to go ahead and counter the Man with the Mark, giving you rank 4 access. I think Brain Control is also exclusive to Go Control. The idea being you can steal something and then use it from as a metamorphosis target. But of course it has other applications like tribute summoning your monarchs or going for a rank 4 play. And then Honor Arc is going to steal the Apophis, meaning it still has some protection built in. Raiko's probably, popping the Cyber Dragon, and then Honor Arc will be attacking directly. Ooh, and the Odion milled their Lord of the Missing Barrows, which is not recoverable in this format. There is no way to get that out of the discard, so he will be missing that resource for this game. Phaedron said those were some mills. He milled his 2 limited traps and his limited boss monster. Brutal. So we see the Odion player draw and just set and pass, and that looks like it might be a Sangan. Here we see the second Tour Guide coming out, and he is going for an Alucard to pop something. Okay, he's gonna... Oh, interesting. I don't know why he shotgunned the Apophis, because if Alucard targets a set Apophis, you can just chain the Apophis and it won't get popped. Because it's no longer a valid target, says destroy that target. So if it's no longer a set card, then the effect would fizzle. So that was incorrect to shotgun the Apophis there. He should have waited to see if Alucard would try to pop it. And then he could just chain. Either way, I don't think it made that much of a difference. Phaedron had a lot of board pressure, and it looks like JFX didn't really have any way to deal with all of it. So the Alucard play didn't make that much of a difference. We're going to see JFX choose to go first this time, discarding Anubis to search Man with the Mark, which will then search Temple of the Kings. And he's going to set 3 back row and pass. He's either not scared of heavy or he has a Dark Bribe or something to protect from it. Here we see the same play as in game 1, Tour Guide into Sangan. And here we're just going to pass without attacking. Nice. We get a free +1 off of that MST targeting our Cosmic Cyclone. We get to banish Temple of the Kings, meaning Man with the Mark is not protected at the moment. But then Apophis is going to come down, setting the other Apophis. And then when it's sent to the graveyard, you can search another copy of Embodiment of Apophis. So this basically turns our 1 trap monster into 3. And that sent to the graveyard does include being detached as an Ixies material. I sure hope he's not trying to steal that Sangan. Oh wait, no, of course, yeah, it was Sangan was special summoned, of course. Yeah, that is a valid play for sure. I was thinking Sangan was normal summoned, don't know why I was thinking that. Yeah, that Sangan should have just been put in defense mode if we weren't going to attack with it. But yeah, now that Honor Arc has some protection. DD Warrior Lady can deal with it though, simply banishing both of them. Ooh, and the end phase MST is going to pop the Torrential. Now we have a close game, 4 cards to 3, but Phaedron is running out of options quickly. He does have a Light and a Dark, but he'll have to spend some time getting that Thunderhand in the graveyard first. Heavy Storm's a good draw. This BLS will not help us push for game anytime soon though. Oof. And that Wing Blast is going to let JFX attack for game. Phaedron picks to go first for game 3. We see the DD Warrior Lady. That's what we want to see against Man with the Mark for sure. And Lord of the Missing Barrows. No spells or traps yet though, but I'm sure we'll draw them eventually. Anubis is going to search Man with the Mark again, which will search another Temple of the Kings. Oh, Verdict of Anubis. Actually, this is basically your Heavy Storm counter. As long as you control 3 or more other spells and traps, it can negate any spell and trap. So it lets you be safe against Heavy Storm. Man with the Mark's going to swing right into DD Warrior Lady, and we are not going to banish. Interesting. I wonder why. Maybe he just wants to get some extra damage in with it. Oof, and it eats a D prison. Not what we want to see. It probably would have been better just to banish. Ooh, and the Tribute Summon Circuit is going to come out, activating Temple of the Kings to get out the Fusion monster. Very strong boss monster for the Odion deck. That is going to banish Cyber Dragon and gain 1,050 attack points in the process. Now we're going to swing over the Sangan and then swing 4,050 damage into what could be a Gores. Let's see if he takes the risk. And he does. And Phaedron does not have a Gores for a 4,000 attack token. Very sad. We still have no we have no traps in Grave, but this Graceful might be able to draw a trap to get out Lord of the Missing Barrows. We're going to see Alucard pop a back row, maybe Cosmic Cycle in the other back row. Yep. And then let's see if this Graceful... why was that returned to hand? Okay, banished. Okay. And Graceful draws a trap. Wow, 3 traps making Lord of the Missing Barrows live. What a draw. Oh my gosh. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I guess Ring of Destruction won't help you if it kills you, so we choose to keep the Mirror Force instead. Barrows comes down, banishing both of these, and a trap from Grave, probably the Temple of the Kings, to prevent getting recycled later. If the game even goes that long. This is a lot of damage on board. There's a 2-turn clock, I believe. I did not do the math, but it looks like a 2-turn clock. 3,300. Yeah, and we have 4,900 on board. The Mirror Force set. That was quite that was quite the push from Phaedron. Crazy. Phaedron had all the outs. Alucard, Cosmic Cyclone into Barrows. Alucard's gonna pop this back row. We chain Wing Blast on the Barrows, which I think, yeah, we still have the fodder to summon it again. What did Wing Blast had to discard a Sangan? It is what it is. We swing for 3,700, and there's pretty much nothing JFX can do to save this game off of a single card. Looks like he's summoning from the graveyard? Oh my gosh. Day 8,000 of split format, and today I learned that Anubis can summon itself from the graveyard. I have no idea how I read over that. Okay, wow. Pretty good to mill that off Raikou then, huh? And we see the Mirror Force. Phaedron had all the outs. No light monsters for BLS except that Barrows, but we didn't need it when we had so much other pressure. I hope y'all enjoyed watching that game. This showed that Odion is defeatable. The Man with the Mark is not always an immovable object. There are outs, such as banishing Temple of the Kings, or banishing it with DD Warrior Lady, or stealing it with some sort of swap effect like Brain Control. Anyway, hope y'all enjoyed that game, and I will be back soon to show you the 4th game of round 1. Thanks for watching.